Well, it's Wednesday, the middle of the week, and we probably had about enough of all this sentimental stuff. So I thought we needed a little break. So I thought we'd have a little father-son time. So I wanted to talk a little bit about my dad and some of the experiences that we had. I'm looking now at the perspective of a campsite in northern Canada. Yeah, because every year my dad would take me and my brother, and we would go up north and find a lake and hang out for a week, to camp in a tent such as this one, and we would spend a lot of the day just fishing. Then of course we would eat the walleye and enjoy many great meals and conversations and time together. It was really quite an experience, and I marvel even today at the fact that I was pretty young when he started taking me. Just think of the sacrifices that must have been, the great patience my dad must have had. But neat things to think about and great memories. I would look forward to this so much. It was like the absolute highlight of my year. To go fishing and be up there, but also just to be with my dad and my brother and enjoy things. Maybe kind of just a neat opportunity for all of us just to think about these family ties and the time that we spend with our children or parents. Maybe that would be something that you could discuss, maybe even at the supper table. Like, what are the memories that you have of your parents? You know, we don't oftentimes think about telling our children these types of things, or as children asking, yeah, what are the beautiful memories that you remember from your childhood? I lost my dad in 2008. He died. He had a disease called Lou Gehrig's, or ALS. It's a disease that you pretty much know what's going to happen, meaning that your body begins to deteriorate and you know that death will come. It seems very sad, but there's also many graces that can happen in this, and I certainly noticed it. My dad was a very virtuous man. I very much admired him and still do in so many different ways. He was also faithful. He would go to church every Sunday and all of this, but he wasn't hugely what you'd call maybe religious or this or that, devotional. But towards the end, he began just to really have a change of heart. I remember very distinctly the day that he asked me to teach him how to pray. And he did learn. He drew, in many ways, very near to the Lord in this time. And so I consider it like just a tremendous, tremendous blessing. You know, I noticed that with God. He can take these things that are bad, that seem so kind of discouraging, and can do amazing things with them. I certainly saw that with my dad, and I count it as an immense blessing. You know, all this talk about dads maybe causes you to think about your own dad and maybe the beautiful memories that exist there. And it can also at times bring up some bad memories. Our father maybe wasn't everything we wanted him to be. If that's the case, I invite you just to take that to your Heavenly Father. This is one of the things that oftentimes happens in prayer. One of the reasons, really, I encourage you just to be dedicated to praying to the Lord in a meditative, contemplative way every day. Because in these types of ways, the Father, our Heavenly Father, is able to heal us and to love us in the ways that maybe we weren't able to receive, or our fathers or our moms weren't capable of giving us. The Lord can really do awesome things in this regard. So maybe I'll just show a few pictures then of my dad and some of our experiences fishing. So I'll let you just kind of look at these images now. And we transition now to our photos of the day. We start with the Osborns. They submitted this picture of spiritual communion, or preparing for it as they're watching the live stream Mass. So thank you, Larry and Paulette. And here's a picture of the Gates family enjoying a little nature time in this time where we can't do a whole lot, but we can go out for a walk. So this is of them enjoying a little stroll out at Buffalo State Park. Have a beautiful day. God bless.